Hey, what's going on, guys? Your boy LQ, Mr. Real Deal Fantasy HQ, fire content only. Glad that you're here on the channel. We're going to touch on Odell Beckham and the drama with the Browns and what's going on. What's the next move? Is he going to be released? Are they going to keep him? But there's been drama erupting for the last couple of weeks that we need to touch on right now. So us fantasy players, us fantasy managers know what to do. What's the next step? Should we sell? Whatever the case may be. Redraft, Dynasty, we're going to touch on it here today. So I don't want to waste any more time. So let's get right on the episode. So make sure you guys hit that link in the bio, download prizepicks.com, sign up today using promo code FCO, and you guys be set up for success because they're matching up to $100. Just had to put that in real quick. Make sure you download the link, prizepicks.com. Check it out, man. FCO is the promo code to sign up with. So let's touch on this Odell Beckham drama that's been erupting today. Man, it's crazy what's going on in the NFL news today, but I want to touch on this one specifically, being that a lot of people thought he was a value pick this year. A lot of people were saying, comeback season, bounce back season, whatever the case may be for Odell Beckham. But since he's been in Cleveland, I have not been a fan of it. I understand if you're new to the channel, you do not know how I feel about Odell Beckham, but the people who've been here for a while, it's well documented. I've been saying not draft Odell Beckham. Do not draft him. But it was more so based on situation with the Browns, based on his injury history. It was never a talent thing. That's why I feel as though if the Browns are going to release Odell Beckham and he ends up on the Falcons, or he ends up like on a team that can basically utilize him as a alpha wide receiver, then I definitely feel as though, we need to look at Odell Beckham as a talented wide receiver just in a shitty situation right now. So Kevin Stefanski basically told him to go home today if you're living under a rock. He was suited. He was ready to practice today, but they told him, do not come in. You just stay home. So that's basically crazy. It's like one of those Friday moments, like how you get fired on your day off. But yeah, so I definitely feel as though, yesterday with the trade deadline, that's basically, probably gave momentum for this decision to basically say, essentially he's not on the team anymore. That's crazy that your head coach will say things like this to the media, basically just saying that, he's on the verge of being released. So if he is going to be released, so if you're in a redraft league right now, it's not looking good to have Odell Beckham since week, whatever he came back from injury. I feel as though it's more so Baker and him not really communicating well, chemistry, Baker also injured, Odell Beckham missing some time in the offseason, et cetera, et cetera. A lot going on with that, Browns organization. And I feel as though if you are a guy in redraft right now, it's safe to say you can drop him. Just get rid of him. You're basically wasting, your time holding on to Odell Beckham on your bench, because 9 times out of 10, he's going to be a zombie on your bench, just taking up space for guys you can add on the wire. So you don't ever want to be in a situation, for example, how we just lost Derrick Henry. So you need to go pick up a AP or a Jerry McNichols or whatever. And then you're looking at your bench, you're looking at your team like, hey, I can't drop anybody right now for these guys, but I really, really want to get these guys. So I feel as though Odell Beckham should be your number one who you drop, or Allen Robinson, Michael Thomas, along with these other guys. But I'll touch on them on other videos. But Odell Beckham right now, from a dynasty standpoint, you gotta be worried a tad bit based on, like, we've seen players like Antonio Brown, go out for a year, come back, and then more drama, not playing. From a dynasty standpoint, you don't want to waste too much time holding on to guys like this that are divas, that are, drama filled. They're just simply just not happy, man. It just doesn't look like Odell Beckham's happy with football right now. So I think, thinking back to when he first got to Cleveland, when he was going through the drama with the Giants, like, it was almost to a point where he was ready to walk away from football because it wasn't fun anymore. So I feel like he's at that point now at a higher level. It might be times 10 from what he was feeling in New York. So I feel as though if you're a manager right now with Odell Beckham on your team, you cannot try to hold on for dear life, and then you're just wasting time. You're wasting other draft spots. You're wasting other, roster spots for waiver wire, et cetera, for redraft. So you gotta pull the trigger right now before it's too late. So I understand, some people are going to hold on for the rest of this redraft season. I don't know why. But again, if he is released, I think that's where they're notioning it, where they're moving towards, him being released from the Browns, which it's a hefty contract for any team to take on. So whatever team that takes on this contract, it has to make sense. It has to, fit financially. So there's teams out there like the Colts that have a lot of cap. There's teams like the Falcons that could possibly make it work, reconstructing, other deals with, Matt Ryan and some players on that defense, whatever the case may be. I feel as though these are the best spots for him because I feel as though, Carson Wentz could use an Odell Beckham. Michael Pittman's cool. Michael Pittman's that guy right now, but Odell Beckham from a talent standpoint, he can get the job done. Now, we're honestly looking at Odell Beckham, with a bunch of negatives around him. We haven't seen anything. But I'm telling you, man, a change of scenery, I think he could turn up. I definitely think, this can be the situation where he ends up on the Falcons. It becomes a nice weapon. The Falcons honestly need a wide receiver right now, being that Calvin Ridley is taking a step back from football. There's no real timetable on that. So Odell Beckham, he comes in obviously as that wide receiver one because Matt Ryan constantly is looking to spread the ball around to these nobody wide receivers, but they're not getting the job done. So I feel as though, Russell Gage isn't going to be the guy to get the job done next to a Kyle Pitts or Taraji Sharp or whatever to get the job done. Pitts is out there lonely by himself, and I feel as though his weak performance last week was based on, finding out that Calvin Ridley was going to take a step back from football. I feel as though that's what kind of made the Falcons look out of sync. They probably knew before the game, before we found out, and that's why they played the way they played. So I feel as though Odell Beckham in Atlanta might be a nice fit. Now, back to what I was saying with the Colts, Carson Wentz can use another weapon other than Michael Pittman. I feel as though T.Y. Hilton's on the back end of his career where, constant injuries are popping up. He has to be thinking about retirement now based on his recent injury. I feel as though, T.Y. Hilton is respected as a Colt. I feel as though he put his time in, he put his work in. Yeah, you got to let it go now, man. So I feel as though Odell Beckham will be a nice weapon for Carson Wentz. Be able to spread the ball to a, Jack Doyle or Mo Alley Cox or a Michael Pittman and Odell Beckham. It sounds good and it sounds like it could be doable. So we got to really think about these variables of where we're moving forward with Odell Beckham as a manager and as a dynasty manager as well. So we need to look towards the future, what we're honestly going to do about Odell Beckham. So as of now, there's no more recent news on Odell Beckham. We just know that he's been told to go home at the time of this recording today. I think he's going to be released by the end of the day, which will be crazy. I don't understand why the Browns would do that. I don't understand why any of this drama is really going on because Odell Beckham arguably is the best wide receiver on that team, even though we haven't seen it. But honestly, Odell Beckham dad basically showing us like videotapes 2 days ago about, hey, Baker's constantly not looking Odell Beckham's way. It's a little weird that they're having this on film and seeing this, and nobody's really saying anything about the Browns organization. So we've seen him off look Odell Beckham and then hit Jarvis Landry downfield drop or whatever the case may be. So it's a little weird what's going on. Maybe, some of the stuff that's going on in the dark will come to light. But as of right now, Odell Beckham is essentially not a Brown. He's not on the team. So we shall see where he goes. So hopefully you guys like this episode. Like and subscribe for me. Leave a comment below on what you guys think. And hit the link in the bio to check out the website. Get yourself some RDF HQ merch. Some Wolfpack merch. New shirts are on the way. New designs are coming. Definitely check out prizepicks.com. Sign up today using promo code FCO. And you guys will be matched up to $100 on your first deposit. So I'll see you guys next week for another great episode of Real Deal Fantasy HQ with your boy LQ. Peace.